In the name of God, the All-Merciful, the Ever-Merciful, and all praise and the blessings be upon the righteous people and the prophets all over the world. First, my name is Muhammad Kolila. I'm the Imam of Downtown Denver Islamic Center. Downtown Denver Islamic Center is located in downtown area in the 5 Points. And also I'm a member of the Multifaith Leadership Forum, or Forum Leadership. Of God, the Multifaith Leadership Forum. And one of the things that actually I found very beautiful about the Multifaith Leadership all over the world is it is a network of faith leaders from the Metro Denver area who are committed to building relationships and understanding and support across faith traditions, and to being a voice and resource for multi-faith engagement in the Denver area. One of the beautiful things that people coming across from different faith traditions to get to know each other in that personal level and to build that type of network among all people. So inshallah, we say that in Islam, inshallah means God's willing. Today we will start praying together, and the theme of the prayer that I think we need so much to reflect on is the theme of weakness. And we as humans, we do not realize our weakness until things that we have taken for granted are taken out from us, and we do not have control anymore on things that we used to think we have control on. And that theme is really big in Islam, and I hope that the people can find resonance in their faith traditions to that theme of weakness. The theme of weakness in human beings sometimes is a healthy theme, because it helps us to reflect in our place in life and how, as humans, we have limited resources and limited capacity in this life. Even though if we get too strong physically, at some point we get weaker, or we are having accumulating, piling up certain wealth or certain resources in our life, these things will be taken out from us. The Prophet Muhammad, the Prophet of Muslims, reflected a lot in that theme. And this is why I will talk about some of his supplications and prayer that he prayed on daily basis, every day in the mornings and afternoon, about that theme, by seeking that refuge in God, or seeking that refuge in the Creator and the Divine. And I hope that people can find something relevant in these prayers. So one of the stories that one time he was struggling a lot because people cast him out in his town, and he went to a new town to call people for the divine, and people even cast him out. So he went in a corner and prayed that prayer. But before we start praying this, I would ask everyone who's watching this just to close their eyes and take a very deep breath and hold it as much as they can and get it out. And try this again. And just recognize ourselves and the strength and weakness in ourselves, and the human component of weakness and strength. And just like reflect and connect to the divine and the Creator, and get empowered by his presence and his connection with us. Because something that I find might be beautiful for other people in across faith traditions is we get our empowerment and our strength from the divine, from the Creator. And after this, the Prophet said, I appeal to you, the Lord, from the weakness in my strength, and from my limited power, and the treatment of contempt and humiliation from people. To you, the most merciful and the most merciful of the merciful ones. You are the Lord of the oppressed, and you are my Lord. Under whose care are you leaving me to? To an enemy, or in that case, a pandemic, oppressing me in a certain way. If there is no anger from you on me, I will forever be content. However, your blessing is vastly important for me. I seek refuge with the glory of your light, which the heavens and earth are lit from. And then in other occasion he said, and I think that might be beautiful for many people to think of, in the name of the Lord, with whose name nothing is harmed in earth nor in heaven. He is the all-hearing, all-knowing. God hears what we're going through, and God hears the challenges, and even God recognizes that weakness that's part of us, that weakness that's going to bring balance, to create that sense of humbleness and modesty in our actions in life. There's a verse in the Quran that God says, and certainly did we create man from an extract of clay, then we placed him or her as a sperm drop in a firm lodging. Then we made the sperm drop into a clinging clot, and we made the clot in a lump of flesh, and we made from the lump bones, and we covered the bones with flesh. Then we developed him or her into another creation. So blessed is the Lord, the best of the creators. Then indeed, after that, you are to die. So with these processes of strength comes also weakness. And that's a hard time for all of us to see that sense, but it is also an opportunity to see that weakness sometimes of our possibilities. With the world right now losing different resources and not knowing exactly what to do, it's a time to connect and seek refuge in the Lord. So if we can close our eyes again and just take a deep breath, and we're going to do like another prayer. Like take a deep breath, feel the breath inside you, feel your body, feel where the strength in your body and brain and mind at, and also feel that strength in your body and brain, and also the weakness in every part of you. Recognize that weakness and look at it as a blessing from God. So, O God, guide me among those who you have guided. Grant me well-being among those whom you have granted well-being. Turn to me in friendship among those in whom you have turned in friendship. Bless me in what you have bestowed, and save me from the evil of what you have decreed. Truly you decree, and none can decree against you. One whom you have befriended is not humiliated. Blessed are you, O God, and exalted. O God, I seek your refuge from madness, leprosy, and evil diseases. O God, I seek your refuge from anxiety, grief, and inability and laziness, from stinginess and cowardice, and from the burden of debt and oppression of people. Let no calamity afflict our faith. Let not the world be our greatest worry, nor the extent of our knowledge. O Lord, we're coming to you as the Creator, aware of our weakness, seeking your strength to strengthen ourselves physically, emotionally, spiritually, and in all aspects. O Lord, connect us to your strength and wisdom and support. Ameen, ameen, ameen. Thank you. So why I choose that prayer, probably some people might critique the idea of weakness, but it is really important to realize this, because sometimes we forget and start worshiping ourselves. We might not admit this, But in terms of actions, we think of it, or we think of ourselves that we have a whole control of everything. And to forget the presence of God and the presence of the Lord, the presence of the Creator, the divine in our life. And when we are struck by something that's what we're going through now, we start reflecting and saying, why is it happening? And what's the cause of it? We are very developed, we are very highly technical, like tech advanced society and world. Why can't control this? And that's the time that we need to come back. This is why in Islam and the idea of patience and accepting and being content with what comes, especially the things that are outside of our realm of control, is really important. The idea of being patient. This is why one of the scholars said patience is the head of the faith as the head of the body. So in terms of the body, the head of the body is the most important part of our bodies. The same with patience, is the head of the faith. Without the patience, there is no faith. And that's the idea of what we're going through now. We do everything possible to overcome this and to overcome our own selfishness and the egocentric understanding, and help others and all of these aspects, and be patient with whatever comes. So that's what I can offer today. I hope people can out of this. And also, before I finish, because I don't want to take more time, I just encourage everyone. The last word I talked is helping others. So find organizations, there are tons of them out there. Many of them are faith-based, many of them are not faith-based, who are helping people who are in need right now. So the Mosaic Foundation, they're doing a great job. Also among the Muslim community, they're doing a great job. There's like food assistance. I know also in the Latter Day Saints church, they're doing a great job with food assistance and drive-through. Organizations of refugees, immigrants, people who are marginalized in the society. That's what's needed to be surfaced now in our life. There's something beautiful that the Prophet Muhammad said, peace be upon him, and I might share that with you. He said, whoever has a privilege in something should share this privilege with the people who lacks this privilege. Which means that whoever has a privilege in something, whether food, wealth, strength, should share that blessing of food or strength or wealth or whatever with those who lack these. And the narrator of that saying of the Prophet, he said he keeps repeating things until we thought that he's not going to leave us with anything. So that's a time to show an act of kindness, especially with Ramadan approaching, Passover just passed, Easter, holidays, Holy Friday, or I think. So that's a time of acts of kindness and acts of connection with God through serving people. Thank you so much for joining this week, and that's going to take place every Tuesday around the same time. And thank you so much. So stay connected with that type of events. Thank you.
Thank you, Imam.